Hello, everyone. It's Art Russell here at Think Twice on YouTube and thinktwice.me at wordpress.com. Today I'm going to share some information about the concept of time and how that relates to an understanding of our deeper nature beyond name and form. Our deeper nature is essentially oneness. This information can also help clear up some confusion regarding some aspects of the law of attraction, which many people find confusing. So as an example of this, or an illustration, let's talk about my hair. Weird as that sounds. So a few hours ago, I had the privilege of having my hair cut by a lady named Heather who cuts my hair. I was very grateful she did. Now, with regard to time, both of us, our characters, my character and hers, agreed to that future time in space to be today, Tuesday at 10:30, in fact. Now, some might consider from a few days ago, they might have considered, oh, it's going to happen then. Nothing happens then. Nothing happens in the past. When I went and got my hair cut today for my body mind, it was cut in the now, and the now, and the now. In fact, the now doesn't flash. The now is the constant. That's why it's at peace. It doesn't go up and down like this. Appearances, actions, the cutting of hair, meeting your barber, eating a meal, occur in the now. So let's move this towards something practical where you can apply this deliberately. In case you're chasing goals and you think you're going to achieve something in the future, it's impossible. That's why in the law of attraction it states we write our goals in the present tense as though we already have them. Now, to the bulk of people, those who share a perspective of thinking that they're the person, they think this is ludicrous. They think, well, no, I don't have the millions now. I don't have the health now or the relationship I desire now. They think possibly they can have it in the future. Well, the future is just an idea. It's an agreed upon concept that we use to function in this realm. We set times to meet at a restaurant. We set times to go to an airport, fly out to another country perhaps. We use that concept in consciousness so that there can be ease for our characters. We agree to meet at 10:30, like Heather and I agreed to this. We agreed to it a few days ago, which does not exist. The past is only a concept. And if you doubt that, your memory may be trying to say, oh no, that was real. It may be even saying that it still exists. Well, if you can go to the past right now, please try to do that. And if you can, get back to me by this YouTube video. Let me know how that turns out. I know my character, when I was believing myself to be this flesh and bones, was carrying the memories of all that it thought it had done right and all the areas that it thought it had really botched the situation totally. None of that's real. It's relatively real. What occurs in consciousness is definitely real, and we will know it if we witness a character step out in front of traffic and not make it to the other side of the street, maybe hit by a car. We're certainly not imagining that, but I'm not suggesting that we take this as being unreal. No. Our pain, our suffering, our pleasures, our triumphs, all seem very real here indeed. Now, I'm also going to share a saying that was used by a man who went by the name Reverend Ike. I believe he preached in New York City, I believe, in the It culminated in the 70s, I believe, was the height of his popularity. And he also had a weekly radio broadcast which he desired to help people live a more abundant life, more health, greater wealth, to experience better situations. One of the sayings that Reverend Ike said was, "You can't get what you haven't got." Now, that might seem ludicrous, or we can work it the reverse way, where you can only get what you've got. Well, to a body mind, we might go, get what I've already got. Why would I even be seeking it? Well, this is connected to what I've just shared about the haircut. The haircut, as with anything else in life, can only occur now. It can be planned for in the future. A lot of people worry about the future. A lot of people try to carry the past, which doesn't exist. And they carry it as though it's real. Now, when we perpetuate memories of the past about telling ourselves what we can and cannot do, we're bound by what's impressed into the mind. So with impressions, let's share another piece of information. I hope I can get it right here. It was used by Andrew Carnegie, who commissioned the writing of Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. The saying is something like this: any idea that is held in the mind, that is emphasized, that is either feared or revered, will begin to clothe itself in the most convenient and appropriate form. So Heather and I agreed to something which is relatively easy, at least here, the town I live in, to manifest: a haircut. We didn't have to strain at believing that. It was a given, just like that. Now, some of your tougher beliefs of what you desire, you may have in the subconscious mind programs that are saying, somebody else might be able to do that, but I can't. So when we become aware of these limiting beliefs, they're called paradigms. They're meaning molds or examples. They're nothing more than a collection of beliefs that the person holds to be absolutely true, that they cannot step beyond them. Basically, they've chained themselves, they've handcuffed themselves to a limiting belief. Well, what good would we expect to come out of that? Nothing. This connects to another teaching from a book called The Master Key System. And in the early pages of that book, which was published in 1916, in the early pages it comes out and says something basically like, would you have more wealth? Then get the wealth consciousness. Would you have better health? Then get the health consciousness. You have to get it first. As within, so without. If you get it in your heart, not the physical heart, the core of your being, if you get it there and hold it and maintain it and picture it and visualize it in as much detail as you can, in a relaxed way. Now, why does it have to be relaxed? Because do you stress about something you already have? What we're doing is giving a clear mold or example to the mind. We're basically saying, I give you the instructions, I as awareness, I as consciousness, and you make it happen. Anyway, I hope this presentation about the nature, the concept of time, will hold value for it. You can go more deeply into knowing yourself and the nature of time. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. Bye for now.